My friend, you have been lied to. They told you to work hard, to save a little, to wait until age 65, and then they whispered, you will be free. But if 40 years of labor delivers you only a pale pension and a thin hope, what have you really been given? Listen well, for the first law of the rich is simple and absolute. A man without a definite chief aim drifts. A man with a definite chief aim commands. My purpose this day is not to comfort you. It is to awaken you. You were not born to serve until death. You were not born to trade your life in small pieces, one paycheck at a time. You were born to conceive, to command, and to cause. Understand this. Wealth does not come merely from labor. Wealth comes from purpose applied with organized thought. I have watched men who obeyed every rule. They were faithful, dutiful, punctual. They bowed to authority. They learned to keep quiet, and they did as they were told. Yet at the hour of retirement, they stood with trembling hands, counting pennies and asking the calendar for mercy. Ask yourself now, who owned their life? Who commanded their days? The answer is not they. So what is the definite chief aim? It is the single burning purpose that directs every thought, shapes every day, and commands every action. It is not a mere wish. It is a written, declared, repeated purpose, embraced with emotion, refined with plan, and obeyed with discipline. A man may have many ambitions. He cannot have many chief aims. To scatter your desire is to scatter your fortune. Consider Andrew Carnegie and the law that shaped him. Carnegie did not stumble into riches. He fixed his aim upon steel, upon organization, upon scale. He thought in systems, not hours. And there is Edwin C. Barnes, who did not dream vaguely of association with Edison. He burned with purpose to be the partner of Edison. He wrote his aim, he moved into the room, and his purpose commanded his fate. See how precise thought produces precise results. Most men fail not from lack of talent or from scarcity of means, but from lack of definiteness. They live on the surface of life, drifting from task to task, distracted by the noise of the world, content with small comforts while the great prize passes them by. Time is a poor man's currency. It cannot be bought back. If you spend it on another man's dream, you forfeit the chance to build your own. Now hear the steps, obediently and with your pen ready. This is not philosophy alone, this is method. Decide now your single definite principal aim. Write it in clear, decisive words. Not I want, not someday, but I will accomplish this by this date, by these means. Fix your emotion to that aim. When thought is married to emotion, it moves the subconscious and sets fate to work on your behalf. Plan with organized steps. Every aim demands a map. If you do not write the route, you drift. If you write the route, you attack. Associate with minds that multiply your aim. The mastermind. Men of purpose joined become a force greater than the sum of each. No empire was built by a lonely whisper. Persist until the aim is achieved. Persistence is the great separator between those who talk and those who command. Understand also that these rules are spiritual before they are material. The universe is organized. It obeys law. Thought must be aligned with belief. Belief with word, word with plan, plan with action. This alignment is obedience to law, and riches are its byproduct. Faith is not idle prayer. Faith is the assurance of the unseen. The rich hold vision as a man holds his map, not as a hope, but as a directive. Repeat what you wish into the depths of your mind. Tell yourself every morning, I have one chief aim. I am moving toward it with ordered steps. Then build rhythm. A habit repeated becomes identity. A man who commands his hours commands his destiny. Your daily command shall be simple yet absolute. Morning, rise before the world. Read your written aim aloud. Visualize the completed result for 5 minutes. Midday, review progress, correct drift, take one focused action that moves the aim forward. Evening, measure results, journal lessons, repeat your affirmation before sleep. Repeat without fail. Repeat with emotion. Repeat until the subconscious builds the road for you. And do not wait. Waiting is a slow obedience to another man's fate. The cemetery of broken dreams is filled with men who were patient and thus surrendered the hour. Do you desire to be patient, or do you desire to be rich? Decision is the crucible of leadership. Hesitation feeds fear. Decision kills it. The man who decides creates momentum. The man who waits becomes a servant to the man who moved. Abraham Lincoln understood this. In a time when counsel failed, he decided, the man who commands the hour commands history. So now I ask you, who owns your life? Are you the author of your days or a clerk in another man's ledger? If you will no longer be a clerk, write your aim. Barnes came to Edison not with humble hope, but with a defined purpose. He would be the partner. He thought, he acted. He did not accept the small role. The room he entered became the room his vision commanded. Notice, Barnes used his job as a tool, not a cage. He funded his freedom by aiming at partnership, not by waiting for promotion. The turning point in every life is the declaration of identity. You must decide who you are to become. No habit, no income, no external change will last until the inner man decrees a new title. Say it aloud now and allow it to burn into your bones. I am a man of definite purpose. I wake to command my day. I will not sell my days for crumbs. I will write my definite chief aim today. I will form the daily rhythm that builds my identity. I will persist until the aim is mine. Now do this before midnight. Write one aim. Give it a date. List 3 actions you will take tomorrow. Find one mind to join you in this aim. Make repetition your weapon. Make belief your engine. Use your job as a funder, your time as a tool, and your thought as the factory of wealth. I was not born to privilege. I learned these laws by study and by trial. I advised men of fortune because I followed their law. I learned that thought obeyed becomes substance. You may be poor in money, but if you have this law, the definite chief aim, you are already wealthy in the only currency that matters. Repeat after me and let it become oath. I refuse to live as a clerk in another man's story. I declare my definite chief aim now. I command my hours, I command my mind, I command my life. This is your law. Obey it, and the world will yield. Refuse it, and the years will bury your name. Go now, write your aim, and return each day to obey it. Good day.